Hello, it's me, Vicky. Oh, sorry, this is a Spanish video. I'm supposed to be saying it in Spanish. Hola, soy yo, Vicky, otra vez. Sometimes I do forget which language I'm speaking when I've done quite a few videos all at once. Anyway, well done for getting to this point again. If you're here and you're watching this video, unless you're just here because you've seen that it's a practice of Sarah and Estar and you've never been to my channel before. But if you're deliberately arrived at this video because you're ploughing your way through the level 3 break the language barrier and you've arrived at page 64, página 64, for this bumper ser and estar mixed tenses practice. Ser and estar is always difficult for everyone, so I want to make that clear. All my students say to me at some point, oh, I'm still not sure about ser or estar. You'll never be 100% sure about ser or estar. I think that's virtually impossible. But if you're getting to a point where you get 90% of them right, I think you're doing really well. So in this particular exercise, as I say, if you don't have the book, you'll still be able to get something out of the exercise. Use it as a listening practice. And I will be going through the different tenses of ser and estar and when we use estar. But the main thing are the sentences. There are 100 sentences that my poor students had to translate into Spanish, and they had to decide not only if it was ser or estar, but which tense it was. Was it present tense? Was it present perfect? Was it preterite? Was it imperfect? Was it future or was it conditional? So there's a lot to think about in this exercise. So let's just start going through the tenses. So in the present tense, which of course in English is I am, you are, he, she, it is, we are, yous are, they are. Ser is, I'm not going to say the yo, etc., because we just concentrate on the verb. Soy, eres, es, somos, soy, son. Estar, estoy, estás, estar. Estamos, estáis, están. Then the present perfect, which in English, again, only one way of saying it in English. I have been, you have been, he, she, it has been, we have been, yous have been, they have been. In Spanish, with ser, it'll be he sido. Well, sido is the past participle. So it's he sido, ha sido, hemos sido, han sido. Now, I'm not going to repeat the has, hemos, habéis, and every time. I'm just going to say the past participle. Past participle of estar is estado. Preterite in English would be I was, you were, he, she, it was, yous were, they were. Do I feel like we were, yous were, they were. In Spanish, in the preterite, there is this F verb, as I call it. It's a very irregular verb. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuisteis, fueron. Está, another irregular verb in the preterite. Estuve, estuviste, estuvo, estuvimos, estuvisteis, estuvieron. And then in the imperfect, in English there's no difference between the preterite and the imperfect with the verb to be. It's still I was. You could say I used to be. I used to be, you used to be, he, she, it used to be, we used to be, yous used to be, they used to be. Or it could also be I was being, like I was being silly. You were being, he, she, it was being, we were being, yous were being, they were being. But it can also be exactly the same as the preterite. I was, you were, he, she, it was, we were, yous were, they were. So easy, isn't it? Ser and estar, the verb to be, so easy. Now, In ser, using ser in the imperfect is era, one of the only 3 irregular verbs in the imperfect. Era, eras, era, éramos, erais, eran. Estar is a regular verb in the imperfect. Estaba, estabas, estaba, estábamos, estabais, estaban. Now remember, all these are in, you have to conjugate these if you have the book. All the answers are in the back also. Numero 5, which is the future tense. In English, it will be, I will be, you will be, he, she, it will be, yous will be, we will be, yous will be, they will be. In Spanish, with ser, it will be seré, serás, será, seremos, seréis, serán. And estar, these are not irregular in the future tense. Estaré, estarás, estará, estaremos, estaréis, estarán. And same in the conditional, in the sense that they're not irregular in Spanish. And in conditional in English, of course, is would, I would be, you would be, etc. Ser, estaría, estarías, estaría, estaríamos, estaríais, estarían. Regular. Same with estar. Estaría, estarías, estaría, estaríamos, estaríais, estarían. Okay, there you go. So that's the actual conjugations of the tenses. And then in practice B, you had to explain in your own words when we use ser and when we use estar. Well, anyone who's studying with me, you will know the caprinctum flomits, which is a mnemonic that I use to explain when to use one or when to use the other. Hopefully that's been helpful for you. But basically, ser is, I don't think of permanent and temporary. That's not the way to think about ser and estar, because there's too many exceptions. Think of the criteria, think of the different cases you use ser. And or sometimes it's quicker to think of the times you use estar because there are fewer, and then think anything apart from that is ser. But basically, ser is nationality, identity, profession, characteristics, natural colours, time, possession, personal relationships. And estar, most importantly, location, 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 moods, feelings, emotions, marital status. Yes, any kind of temporary state, in the sense of something that's not an intrinsic characteristic, something that can be changed, like if something's open or closed or clean or dirty. Okay. Oh, and unnatural colours. So we use ser for the natural colour of something. And if for some reason, like if the sky is blue, that's the natural colour of the sky. But if it's grey today or black, then it will be estar, because that's not the normal colour. Like a banana is yellow, but if it's black or green, it's estar. So let's go straight to the sentences. I'm just going to read out the sentence in Spanish. If you don't have the book, you can just listen and see if you can understand what I'm saying, and think about why is it ser or estar. That's always a good, to try and think where it fits into those different pockets. Okay, número 1. Será la primera presidenta de los Estados Unidos. 2. La mesa es cuadrada. 3. Han sido profesores durante 20 años. 4. Nunca estaban en clase. 5. Son de España. 6. ¿Quién es Juan? Now, There may be some of these that you may have got the right verb, but you may have got some other words slightly different. I'm not going to go into all the different ways you might say for, or they're in the. I try and put them in the back, the different variations of how you might say something. But if it's not in the back and you're still not sure, just drop me a message in comments and say, could I say it this way? And I will confirm yes or no. Okay, so número 7. Nunca he sido su amiga o amigo. 8. El examen estuvo en el colegio o en la escuela y fue muy difícil. 9. Cada semana eran más caros, because we don't know if it's feminine. 10. ¿Cuándo es la clase? 11. Hemos estado en Inglaterra. 12. Sería un muy buen precio, pero no funciona. 13. ¿Estás cansado? 14. ¿Estáis felices? 15. Ella está en el jardín. 16. Han estado enfermos. 17. He estado muy triste. 18. París está en Francia. 19. Los niños están enfermos. 20. Serán muy altos en 5 años. 21. ¿De dónde eres? 22. ¿Dónde han estado? 23. Estuvieron listos para ir a las 7. 24. El balón es rojo. 25. Jody y María ambos han estado muy cansados hoy. Momento. Sorry. 26. ¿Cómo estás? 27. ¿Cómo es Pedro? 28. Cada lunes las colas eran largas. 29. Los viernes estuve en el trabajo hasta las 8. 30. Los gatos han estado en la terraza toda la mañana. 31. La casa está sucia. 32. José siempre ha sido un hombre muy guapo. 33. María y Belén son rubias. 35. Ha sido mi amigo mejor por 10 años. 36. ¿Cuándo es la clase de español? 37. La boda fue el sábado. I have to think about that then. 38. ¿Son españoles? 39. La comida estuvo en un restaurante en el centro de la ciudad. Fue buena. 40. En la boda, la cubetería que estuvo en la mesa fue de plata o era de plata. 41. David era muy inteligente, pero nunca estaba feliz con nada. 42. En 1999 viví en Inglaterra y fui estudiante. 43. La última vez estuve en Londres, tuve una experiencia terrible. 44. Fui presidente del club por un año. 45. ¿Quién fue el ganador ayer? 46. Fue una fiesta terrible. 47. Fue mi mejor amiga durante 10 años. And you could use era there as well, I think. 48. ¿Cuándo fue la clase? 49. ¿Cómo estuvo Miguel ayer? 50. Halfway there. Cuando era niña siempre estaba en el parque. 51. El café en el restaurante ayer estuvo frío. 52. A las 3 siempre. A las 3, and you might put in punto there. Ya estuve en casa. 53. I've got to the halfway mark. My brain's sort of gone a bit white noise. Okay, 53. Barcelona sería una ciudad preciosa para visitar. 55. ¿Cómo era el padre de Carlos? 55. I probably said that before, anyway. ¿Dónde estuviste o estabas? Te buscaba. 56. Era actriz que me gustaba mucho. 57. ¿Estarás en Sevilla para Semana Santa? 58. ¿Dónde está mi coche? 59. Siempre estaban de buen humor y nos decían cuentos graciosos o chistes. 60. Estuve enferma, and you could also use estaba, y no pude o no podía ir a la fiesta. 61. Quería comprar los zapatos, pero eran muy caros. 62. ¿Por qué estaba en ese coche? 63. Esta manzana es marrón. Está marrón, sorry, because it's temporary colour, hopefully. Not all the apples are brown. 64. Cuando estuvo en España o estaba, era policía. O fue policía. I think that's better imperfect. Cuando estaba en España, era policía. 65. Cada lunes estaba enferma y no podía trabajar. 66. Los viernes las bebidas eran baratas. 67. Estará ahí a las 5. 68. Cada semana estaba allí en su casa. 69. ¿Habéis sido estudiantes alguna vez? 70. Siempre era alta para su edad. 71. Las tiendas siempre estaban cerradas los domingos. 72. Nunca eran muy buenos bailadores. 73. Nunca estabais allí cuando os necesitaba. 74. Yo nunca era estricta. 75. Nunca estaban en clase. 76. ¿Con quién estamos? 77. Una vez al mes estaba feliz cuando ella estaba ahí. 78. No siempre, a menudo estabais en la playa cuando estaba yo. 79. I'll be glad when the setentas are finished. Estuvisteis, or estuviste, either, because it doesn't say it's you or use, but anyway. ¿Estuviste casado en 1996? 80. Cada año estaban abiertas o abiertos más tarde. 81. Siempre has sido alto. 82. Tendría hambre, pero no. Sorry. I thought said I would be hungry. That's because I am hungry because I haven't had any breakfast yet. So, yo estaría feliz, pero no tengo dinero. 83. 83. Ay, Dios. Sería una enfermera, pero no le gusta el sangre. 84. Estarán muy enfadados. 85. Vale. Estaríais ahí, pero no hay más plazas. Or is it platos? Platos. 86. Estaremos en el hotel el sábado. 88. Mi casa vieja estuvo en el centro de la ciudad. 88. ¿Estarás en casa esta noche? 89. ¿Cuánto sería para 2 adultos y 2 niños? 90. Juan era muy alto y guapo. 91. Cada año las vacaciones eran más y más caras. 92. Pienso que será un partido bueno mañana. 93. Si vamos tempranos. Now, there's a case for each one here. Estaremos primeros en la cola. Location, or saying that we're the first. That's characteristic. So, seremos primeros en la cola. I think that one's a bit of a, could be either, but anyway, I don't know, see what you think. 94. Una vez al mes era cantante en un bar. 95. La mesa está sucia. Oh, and I can see the end now. 96. No estuviera, no estaría aquí, pero le llamé ayer para invitarlo. Ole. 97. Será muy simpático. 98. Estarás contentos con el coche pequeño. 99. Serían tan ricos, pero perdieron todo su dinero en el casino. Y número 100. Sería genial. That would be great. Sería genial. How did you do? I always say to people in a sort of jokey way, but it's not a joke really, that if you manage to get all 100 of them right, you never have to do another estar exercise again. But so yeah, perfection is perhaps a little bit hard to, a little bit much to expect, isn't it? But yeah, maybe you did get them all right. But of course, yeah, Sarah Nesta, we always have to revisit it. It's a bit like Brideshead. Brideshead Revisited. Keep revisiting it. Keep practicing. As I say, I think it's very difficult to get Sarah Nesta 100% right. Okay, vale, ya está. So I hope you found it useful, the video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up if you'd like to, and if you've not subscribed already, remember it's completely free to subscribe. Really helps me out if you subscribe, and it's a free way that you can help me out with the YouTube algorithms. But anyway, yes, well done, ploughing your way through level 3. You'll be in level 4 soon. Okay, so gracias por mirar. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And te veo muy pronto en el próximo video. Y hasta entonces, que tu Dios vaya contigo. Gracias y adiós.